Hello and welcome to our Saturday morning chatty scent corner where we discuss what's new, what's coming, and what we really need to chat about. So today, guys, as always, I have for you like a ton of new fragrance releases. You know, there's quite a number of them out there, but I hope you know that I'm not just bringing everything to you. I am really just selecting the ones that for some reason I feel that you may be interested in, and of course I'm interested in also, and that they may be solid new perfumes, like solid new releases. So I'm not bringing everything, but still there is so much to discuss because every day, I'm telling you, every day I get like 20 notifications of either fragrances that just launched or fragrances that are about to launch. So today I have for you about 10 updates. I have designer fragrances today. I have definitely niche, and we have Middle Eastern. So get ready. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in because we have quite a bit to discuss. But before we do so, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and I'm your fragrance concierge because I'm totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and on this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go. So let's go ahead and start with Mind Games. Yes, Mind Games has two new fragrances that just launched. I mean, literally, I think they launched yesterday, Friday, because that's when I was notified, and I did receive like a text message. It was just very interesting because I don't think any of us were really expecting these two new fragrances. Did you know about them? But anyway, so these two new fragrances are going to be a part of the Perfumer Extraordinaire collection. That's the collection that, if I recall correctly, has Prodigy and Mentor as part of the portfolio of fragrances within that collection. And those are two fragrances that I really, really enjoy and that I've already reviewed here on the channel. Now, you guys know that I have a weakness for Mind Games fragrances, but let's talk about these two. So let me tell you, so this collection celebrates artistry in the pursuit of a masterpiece. These two collections are not being launched in the 100 ml typical bottle, at least as of right now. They have not, put those on their website or anywhere else. All you have is like a crystal decanter that's a 200 ml bottle. So there's two fragrances, and the first one is called Queenside. And let me tell you the notes of that one before I give you all the details and you run. So the notes of Queenside are at the top, cassis, lychee, and pear. At the heart, geranium, lily of the valley, and violet. And at the base, we have patchouli, oak moss, and musk. Now, you guys know how I love a good violet note, and that is very tempting. But hold on. So now this is a limited edition crystal decanter. Of course, like I just said, it has 225 ml, which that's a lot of juice. I don't think I need, literally based on my collection, I don't need a 225 ml decant of anything. But that's what they have as of right now. And it retails for, are you ready? $895. Yes, $895, guys. But anyway, now Queenside, according to Mind Games, is supposed to be the embodiment of being present, a scent that thrives in the beauty of the moment. That is quite beautiful. That is quite beautiful. But I still don't think I'm going to pay $895. So here's the thing, before I continue with the other one, which is called Kingside, by the way. So if I recall correctly, when Mentor and Prodigy were launched, they too came in a 200 ml, I'm pretty sure, decanter. It was a crystal, beautiful decanter, and it was pretty pricey. But they also later on, like maybe a couple of days after that initial launch, if I recall correctly, they did launch Mentor and Prodigy in the regular Mind Games 100 ml bottle. And those are the ones that I picked up, and I am perfectly fine with that. Now, these, I don't know if that's the same plan, but if it's just the 200 ml, then I am definitely going to pass because I am not doing this. No, I'm really not doing this. But let me tell you, so the second fragrance is called Kingside. And at the top, it has creamy pistachio, cardamom, and grapefruit zest. At the heart, it has hazelnut flower, amber, rum, and peony petals. And at the base, it has tonka bean, almond milk, and Peru balsam. Now, here's the thing. Even though they're called Queenside and Kingside, you can tell by the notes that it's very possible that they're both quite unisex. They are supposed to be unisex fragrances. So I thought initially when I heard Queenside and Kingside, I thought, oh, it's one for the ladies and another one for the gents. And, but I believe in you can just use whatever you want. I do anyway. But what I can tell you from those notes is I think both of those fragrances are very much going to be unisex. So yeah, now if I get to try them in advance, then I may consider picking up the bottle of the 100 ml, because what I know I'm not doing is picking up a 200. Now those two are currently available for pre-order on their website and on the Neiman Marcus website. Also, in case one of you is interested, I will link it all, of course, as always in the description box. But I'm letting you know that I will most likely pick those up if they come in a 100 ml bottle. But if it's just in the 200 ml decant, I'm pretty sure I am not picking those up. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so here's a launch that I'm really, really excited about. Not that I wasn't excited about the Mind Games one. It's just that price tag for 200 ml, I mean, yes, it's worth it, but it's just so much juice. But anyway, now this one. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard about this one. This is from Ellis Brooklyn, and it's a new fragrance, of course, and it's called Guava Granita. Oh, now guys, listen to the notes, okay? So at the top, we have guava juice, banana, bergamot, and tropical water lily. At the heart, we have melon, coconut palm, and mango blossom. And at the base, we have vanilla, sandalwood, and almond milk. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know my weakness for guava, okay? Anything guava is just a must. Guava, passion fruit, and banana is one of those notes that, in my opinion, it's not very easy to get it right. I have like 2 banana fragrances in my collection. One of them is from Navitas. It's one of the fragrances that they did in collaboration with AI the Great, from YouTube. And the other one is from the Artisan Perfumer, and I think it's called Banana. Those are the 2 top banana note fragrances that I can recall right now that I have in my collection that I really enjoy. So if I can get one from Ellis Brooklyn, which by the way is very reasonably priced, then most likely I will pick up that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up this fragrance. It would have to smell really, really bad, like really, really bad for me not to pick it up and try it, right? So they describe it as lush, escapist, and country club chic. Very interesting. Now, I also want you to know that this would be my first Ellis Brooklyn fragrance, because I know that they had one called last year, I think it was called Miami Nectar, and everybody was talking about it. I went to Sephora one day and I sprayed it, and maybe it was that there were too many other fragrances in the air. You know how you go to Sephora to their fragrance section, and it's just like you can smell like 50 fragrances at the same time. So I went that day and I was not impressed, so I didn't pick it up. But I think that I'm going to try again this year because everybody seems to love Miami Nectar. So had you heard about this new one, this Guava Granita? Are you planning to pick it up? And most importantly, did you pick up Miami Nectar, and how do you feel about it? Okay, so the next fragrance that I have is a Middle Eastern fragrance, and this one is from Lattafa, and it's called, I know I'm going to mispronounce this, but Atheeri. And I was just notified that it started to ship because I did pre-order this one and the new camera about a week ago, I think it was. So I should be having a review on these 2 fragrances very soon, like the 2 new Lattafas. So this one is supposed to be a floral gourmand. And in the words of Lattafa, it captures the essence of golden sunlight. And I just have to tell you, like, look at that bottle, right? Like, that bottle is really, really nice, and it has like a little bee on it. It's just very, very interesting. So I'm all here for it. So at the top, we have passion flower and dewdrop. And then at the heart, we have orchid and jasmine. And at the base, we have vanilla and amberwood. So that really is not reminding me of anything, and I haven't heard any rumblings that this one was inspired by anything. So I'm assuming that this is a standalone fragrance. So I'm very much looking forward to trying this one and bringing you a review. So expect to see it very soon. Are you planning to pick that one up? I'm sure you've heard about it. What do you think about that? Anyway, moving on. Okay, so now I just want to have a conversation with you. Now, you guys know this is the one video of the week where I get to really have this chat, these very hello, what is going on kind of chats, right? Okay, let's talk about Creed, okay? So Creed launched Fragaria, the strawberry-centric Creed fragrance that was launched at the beginning of 2025, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it was at the beginning of 2025. And some of us have been waiting for the fragrance to make it to the US. It's been going around everywhere. Everywhere, every other region of the world seems to have access to it except the US. I may be completely wrong. I probably am. But all I know is that it's been in and out of stock at Selfridges, and every time I've gone in there to try and order it, it tells me that there's an international shipping restriction, which means that it's not being shipped to the US. So all of a sudden, I received a call the other day from my Creed Boutique essay letting me know that it seems like Fragaria is going to make it to the US after all. And all of a sudden, it popped up in the Creed website as we'll notify you when it's available. So I have been stalking the Creed website, guys, for months, okay? For months, and looking to see if anybody's carrying the Creed Fragaria fragrance, and no luck whatsoever. But I'm letting you know that it seems that now we are going to finally get it. And if they do launch it for the US, I am planning to pick it up because it's strawberry. And you guys know I love Creed, but strawberry also, like a strawberry Creed fragrance and all the other notes involved in it, is just very, very interesting to me. I mean, and then on top of strawberry, do you know that it also has violet? And you guys know how I love a good violet, iris, orris root, whatever. One of those purple florals, or all of them. I'm all here for it. So I am planning to pick it up. Now, let's talk about the second fragrance that has me really, really annoyed, right? Because I've been having to stalk the website for months. When I tell you this has been going on for months, both with the Creed Fragaria and this next one, which is Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal Intense. So let me make sure I tell you. So the name of it is Scandal Intense Eau de Parfum Intense. And it has this very beautiful, beautiful bottle. Like, oh my goodness, I can't wait, right? And this one is described, in case you don't remember, because I've talked about both of these fragrances in a past Chatty Scent Corner, but I'm just refreshing your memory and letting you know that I'm still on the hunt for these two fragrances, and I am planning to pick them up. So the Jean Paul Gaultier website, the US website, all along has not even shown this fragrance. And then all of a sudden this week, it popped up. And it says it's on a countdown, and it's supposed to be available sometime in mid-April. And as soon as it appears as available, I will be letting you all know via a post on the community tab of the channel, because I'm sure that many of you are very interested in this fragrance. So it's supposed to be an amber spicy floral fragrance, and it has some cardamom, ylang-ylang, and vanilla. And it's going to come in 3 sizes, in 30 ml, 50 ml, and 100 ml. I'm planning to go for the 100 ml because I just spray that. But I have to tell you that I don't know what the price is going to be, but I don't expect it to be like unreasonably priced, because the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances are typically not overpriced or unreasonably priced, and they're very, very good quality. And I have been so in love with the last flanker, which was the Absolute. I shared that one with you last year. Oh my goodness, that one is incredible. That is my favorite to date of all the ones, but this one is supposed to be incredible. So I am ready for it, and as soon as I find it, I will let you guys know. But expect to see a review of that fragrance on the channel whenever they do finally make it available to us. And of course, we could not have a Chatty Scent Corner morning without a collection of Gourmand new launches. And these next two are Gourmands. They're coming from Paris Corner, so they're Middle Eastern fragrances. You may have heard of them, but I'm still going to discuss them with you. So the first one is Date Caramel. Now, Date Caramel has, at the top, it has dates, orange, and coffee. At the heart, it has caramel, sugary, I guess that's a new note now, sugary and benzoin. And at the base, it has sandalwood, vanilla, and amber. Okay, so here's the question that I have for you. Why is this being launched now that we are in spring and entering summer very soon? Why? Because to me, that sounds like a fall, beginning of winter, even beginning of spring kind of fragrance. But anyway, just little old me here, just ignore me. So yeah, so am I planning to pick that one up? You know, I'm not planning to pick it up now because, again, I'm preparing for the summer, preparing you guys for the summer, whether it's in Middle Eastern designer or in niche, I'm preparing you for spring and summer. So I don't think that I'm going to pick that one up now. It does sound very interesting though. I really do enjoy a date fragrance. I don't think that that one was inspired by anything. Those notes are not reminding me of anything. Had you heard of this? Does this remind you of anything? Have you heard anybody say that it was inspired by something? Are you planning to pick it up? The second one is called Molten Caramel. Now, Molten Caramel, this one, listen to this. At the top, it has white chocolate. At the heart, it has milky. I guess that's a new note too. Milky and caramel. And at the base, it has brown sugar, vanilla, and praline. Now, I'm sorry, that sounds super ultra yummy, but again, that is not giving me spring or summer. So I don't know, because I'm so tempted. I mean, white chocolate, you imagine if we have like a real white chocolate note? Oh, that just sounds exquisite. I also think that it's going to be a tad lactonic. Those notes are not reminding me of anything, but I could be totally wrong. Anyway, I'm not planning to pick those up right now, but at some point you may see them on the channel. If I change my mind, I'll let you know in another Chatty Scent Corner video that I picked it up, or my first impressions, or, you know, any of those things. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so next I have for you 3 fragrances, and these are all from French Avenue. Now, for those fam members that really have a problem with snake motifs on bottles, this one is not for you. This entire section, just skip this section because you are not going to be happy. So all of these bottles have a snake motif. I mean, I think that they're nice looking. Am I a snake lover? No, I'm really not. But as long as the juice is good, I just try to ignore it. You know, worst case, you can just take the snake off of the bottle, and I don't know, but then it may look kind of weird because I'm sure there's glue behind the snake. But anyway, so there's 3 fragrances coming from French Avenue. I think they've already launched, but I could be totally wrong. The first one is called, and I'm just going to say it in Spanish, it's called Veneno, which in English means poison. So maybe they call it Veneno. And then there's another one called Veneno Bianco, which is in a white bottle. And then there's a third one called Vulcan Faux. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Now that one's really pretty. That one comes in like a turquoise bottle. The original Veneno, the first one, comes in a dark brown bottle. So let's talk about these 3 fragrances, okay? So the first one, let's talk about Veneno to start with. This one is supposed to be inspired by Kilian Smoking Hot. And that's not a rumbling. This is like the official. It's supposed to be inspired by Kilian Smoking Hot. I love that fragrance. But I also know that I just hauled maybe a couple of months ago, not more than that, a fragrance, and I can't remember which one it is, but because when I love a Middle Eastern fragrance, I don't just focus on if it's been inspired by something. I just try to enjoy the fragrance. But I know that I had a discussion with you during a Middle Eastern Thursday about a fragrance that I am pretty sure I was loving too, and it was allegedly inspired by Kilian Smokin' Hot. So at the top, this one has apple, cinnamon, and smoke. In the heart, it has tobacco and moss, and at the base, it has bourbon, vanilla, and orchanox. So that's the one in the dark brown bottle, and yeah. Now moving on to the next one. The next one is Veneno Bianco, which is in this beautiful white bottle. Now that is really, really pretty. So Veneno Bianco is supposed to be inspired by Kilian's Sun-Kissed Goddess, another fabulous fragrance. I mean, I guess they're coming for Kilian now? I don't know, guys. I don't know. So let me just tell you the notes, okay? The notes at the top for Veneno Bianco are bergamot, neroli, and milk. So I guess it's going to be a tad lactonic or full-on lactonic. At the heart, we have tiara flower, ylang ylang, and white florals. Very interesting, very interesting. Then the third and last one. Now this one is so, so beautiful. I mean, look at this bottle. This one is called Vulcan Faux. Now, Vulcan Faux is supposed to be inspired by Stefan Humbert Lucas's God of Fire. That's a fragrance. It's behind me somewhere. That's a fragrance that I also own. Absolutely love it. And this one has at the top mango, ginger, lemon, and red berries. At the heart, coumarin, jasmine, and cedar. And at the base, musk, amber, oud, and cypriol oil. I don't know if that's really inspired by God of Fire. I don't know. Had you heard that? Had you heard of this one and that it's allegedly inspired by God of Fire? I'm not necessarily getting that, but I, again, could be totally wrong. So when it comes to those three French Avenue fragrances, I think I am going to pick up at least the one in the turquoise bottle because that bottle is really, really beautiful. And there's just something about the notes. I'm very curious to compare it with God of Fire, but I just really don't think that it was inspired by God of Fire. I just think that people are just saying that, and you just never know. Never know. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is that I did end up picking up the Neo Rio fragrance from Xerjoff, the new one, the collaboration with Duran Duran. And I did pick up the new Memo Paris Portofino Road, if I recall correctly. I was going to give you a first impression today, but I want to make sure that I really understand the fragrance before I come and give you any of my thoughts. But you will be seeing a review, a full detailed review of both of those fragrances very, very soon, because I know that some of you are waiting for me to give you the Neo Rio review before deciding. I am still on the fence, by the way, on ordering the Duran Duran Black Moonlight, you know, the second Xerjoff fragrance that, you know, that they had as part of this Duran Duran collaboration. I am still waiting to see if someone, you know, reviews it and says if they think it is leaning heavy to the masculine side or is it truly a unisex fragrance. I just really don't want to pick it up, guys, if it's going to lean heavy to the masculine side. So that's why I've been like kind of, you know. And the last thing that I have for you today is more of like a housekeeping update. So we've been having quite the number of giveaways. Thank you, fam. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to give you an update. So I did announce the winner of the first Middle Eastern fragrances giveaway, but the same day I did surprise you with a second Middle Eastern fragrance giveaway. So I will be announcing the winner of that giveaway this week. In addition, we have two other giveaways going on. One is for a designer fragrance, and the other giveaway is for a niche fragrance. So yeah, just expect that I will be making those announcements this coming week. Anyway, guys, so that's all I had for you today because I think most of us have beautiful weather and we want to go enjoy our Saturday. I am certainly planning to go do that right now. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging with me today, as always, and have an incredibly blessed Saturday and weekend. Sending you much love, and I will see you all in the next video.